Are most people good? Does their smile reveal it? Does their face show you how good they are? Are most people good, decent beings? Good, honest, moral beings? Are they reliable? Are they moral? Are they loyal? Are most people good, moral, loyal beings you can count on long term for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years? Are most people good, or will most people betray you? Do they stay good when they appear to be good at first? Can a smile be deceiving? Can an attractive face be deceiving? How do they actually look? How are they inside versus the outside? How are the masses as a whole? How are they as a crowd? How are they when they're in a crowd or group? When there's mob mentality at play? When there's some violence, do most people follow along? Do they follow the crowd? Or do they stand against what's wrong or what's evil? Are most people good? Does it matter how they look? Does it matter if they have nice teeth, a nice smile, if they seem attractive? Could they be wearing a mask? Could they be doing that to deceive you? To put out an outward appearance of one thing, meanwhile inside they're very toxic? Could it be a deception? Could this realm be filled with deceivers? Could this realm be built on deceptions? Are most people good? Are they good if they have a good job, or what people call a good job? Good money. That's what the masses often say. Good job, good money, good suit, nice smile, good person. Are they a good person just because they work a steady job and they work in finance or work in an office, whatever the case may be? Is that what it means? Does that make them good? If they're wealthy, does that make them good, moral, decent beings? If they live in a gated community and their house is worth $5 million 25 years ago, when a $5 million house was more of a $5 million house than today. You could buy a shitbox today for $5 million. Does that mean they're good when they live in a very nice, gated community? Or does it just mean they're affluent, that they're wealthy? Can you measure them by their money? Can you measure them by what vehicles they drive? I have family members who do that. If they have a fleet of Mercedes and Jaguars and this and that and Range Rovers, my family, some of my siblings will think, well, they're good. They're good people because they're not bums. They're not peasants. They're not broke. They're not working class. They're not this. They're higher class. They're upper middle class. So they're good people. How do you know they're good? Is that really an indication that they're a good person or a good family? That they don't abuse their children, for example, or that they're not toxic, evil? How do you know if they're good? Oh, the darkness. Oh, my goodness. Darkness. The darkies. How do you determine if someone's good? How do you determine if a species is good? Now, don't get me wrong, as some Asians say. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying there's no such thing as good or evil. I'm asking how you determine it. Is it a smiling face? Is it the energy? Is it their eyes smiling? Is it just a few body language indicators that say, this person's good, I can trust them? They're not dangerous. They're not two-faced. They won't stab me in the back. They won't turncoat. They won't betray me. They won't be disloyal. They won't cheat on me, whether it's sexually cheating or cheating another way in a friendship. Betrayal. What about the rainbow-colored ones with all the dyed hair, are they good? Does that make them good? Because they're activists and they dye their hair different colors, like a rainbow. And they go out protesting everything under the sun. Does that make them good? They go out marching with signs and placards and T-shirts and pink pussy hats. Does that make them good? Are people in general good? Oh, she's got the nose ring. Does that make her good? It looks like she has dimples. She has some nice blue eyes. Does that make her good? Why is her hair dyed all those colors? What is she following? What ideology is she following? What group is she following? Do you notice these things? Are most people good? Will most people remain loyal to you for life if you've known them for 50 years? Is that common these days? Oh my goodness, look at this here. Angry Ginger. She doesn't look too happy. Do you think she would be a good person to be friends with and trust with your life? Trust with all that you value, perhaps? Trust with your loved ones, your pets maybe. Would you let her look after your pets? She's got the dyed red hair. Do you think she's good? You think she would be a good person? What about this one here? Is that the same one? Or is that a different one? They look similar. Is that the same chick? This one has tattoos on her arms. She's got big flabby arms. This is AI, by the way. So you can't fault me and say, well, he's teasing people. These are not real people. These are just AI images. I'm not teasing anyone. These are fake. These aren't real people. Look at the blue hair here. Look at the arms. Look at the tattoos. All I did was type in blue-haired feminist at a protest. This is what AI came up with. They're so stereotypical. AI spat this out in half a second. Blue-haired, angry feminist. This is what came up. They are stereotypical. They fit the stereotype, and AI knows it. AI knows it. Blue-haired feminist. Now, this one's not chubby. This one's skinnier, but she's got the look. She's miserable. She hates men. Do you trust her? Do you think she's a good person if she follows along with that ideology? What if she stays with it for life? What if she doesn't just get wrapped up in it for a year or two or three and wake up and say, fuck, that was wrong. Why was I following that? Men aren't evil. I don't hate men. I don't hate men. What if she follows it for life? Here's a green-haired feminist. This is what AI came up with. Okay? Is she a good person? Are most people good? Are most people good? I want to know. Can you tell me if most people are good? Oh, damn. Here's another one. Look at this. She's so angry. She's shouting and screeching. Is she good for following that ideology? For following along with an evil ideology? Like a programmed robot? Would that make her good? This AI character. If she was oh, damn. What? Oh, damn. Oh, damn. As the blacks say. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. That's a cockroach just bounced onto the screen. Are some people cockroaches? Are they pests? Are they invasive species? Are they invasive pests? Do they spread dis-ease? Do you understand what I'm saying? Do they spread dis-ease? Do they make you uneasy? Do they ruin your peace? Do they try to invade your home or your home country? Do they try to ruin everything? Do they try to make you sick? Do they spread dis-ease? Do they try to make you sick? Are they miserable, creepy creatures? Creepy creatures! And I'm going to say it that way to try to hammer it home. I don't care if you laugh. I don't care if you don't get the inside jokes. Most people don't pay attention in this realm. If they don't pay attention to truth being spoken, does that make them good? good people that just ignore it, ignore the truth for life, does that make them good? When you try to share truth with them and it falls on deaf ears, does that make them good people? What qualifies to make the masses good? I hear a lot of truthers like Mark Devlin say everyone's good, or most people are good. They just don't know. They just follow along blindly. They don't know they're doing evil. They're afraid to be good. They're afraid to do what's good. They're afraid to stand up. They follow along. What makes them good? I know you like to call them good, Mark Devlin and others. There's thousands of truthers, if not millions, that would say most people are good at heart. Most people are good. Why isn't that demonstrated in behavior day to day in this realm, all over, wherever we look, with our families, friends, strangers, delivery people? And I know some that are good, or seem to be. Maybe they have me fooled. It's a possibility. But they're more than just a smile. They do seem to care. They do have good personal skills, manners, courtesy. So these are little things. These are just little, they're still on the surface. It's not deep within them to see. They're very good being. They're very moral. They will do what's right in a bad situation when they're pressured by evil. I'm not saying that I know that. But on the surface, they do appear to be good. They appear to be friendly. They appear to have manners and be courteous. Those ones I try to give an extra tip to if it's a delivery person or a server, waitress, somebody doing some type of service job. I do try to make sure, and I'll even compliment them and say, you're very friendly, or thank you, you treated me well. I'll let them know why I'm giving them extra. Sometimes I'll tip them and then they'll deliver something, and then you can add on a tip afterwards to the tip. You can give them more as appreciation. And you can some cases, whether it's DoorDash or Instacart or these different delivery services, you can chat with them and leave them a little comment like, thank you for such a smooth delivery. Thanks for being so friendly. Here's an extra tip, or I appreciate you. Something like that. And I do that. I try to make a point of doing that, because I also want them to let them know that this is why. Because you are this way, and I don't have to say that they're not the same as the grumpy, evil, miserable ones, but I'm indicating you're getting extra because I appreciate that you're friendly. I appreciated your smile. I appreciated the way you spoke to me like I'm a living being rather than just somebody to hand you money. I appreciate the way you are. Beyond even just the service, the way you are. Now, if I could give them all $10,000 each, I would do it to help them and make their day. If I could afford to give them $10,000 every person that shows up at my door. Because I do really appreciate the ones that have that spark of being alive. And they're not zombies. They're not total cockroaches. They're not miserable. They're not evil creatures. They're not oozing with jealousy and envy and anger and hatred and misery. They have something left in them that isn't dark like this image here, the darkness of these beings wandering around. That's what I wanted to portray. It's rare to find beings that are even seemingly good on the surface level, that smile at you, that are friendly. And again, it's not all. It's not all. I know, and I'm aware, and I'm sure you've met people that delivered, whether they're delivering your groceries or food or delivery from UPS or post office, whatever the case may be. I get a lot of deliveries. So I'm dealing with people, strangers, just about every day for something or other. For me or for my girlfriend or with my artwork or with things I collect, knives and different things, and I get supplies. I get a lot of deliveries. Look at this demonic beast in the street. Demonic creature. Creepy creature. How would you like to look at that thing? Maybe that's a person. Maybe it's a shapeshifter. Have you ever considered that these things that some of us see out in the streets, and there's been friends of mine that have mentioned spotting some of these things. And I believe them. because they're not liars. Because I've determined that these people have a track record for years of speaking the truth to me and saying things and not making up stories. They could be shapeshifters. These things could be shapeshifters or different spirits, evil spirits, or I think they call them windwalkers. Luke Skywalker, windwalkers, shapeshifters, chupacabras. There's all kinds of creepy creatures and legends and lore. And maybe they are shapeshifters. Maybe these are possessed by demonic spirits that go into these types of creatures. And maybe they go into what most people would call human beings, humans as well. But are most people good, decent, moral, trustworthy, loyal to you when they pretend to be your friend for 5, 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years? Do you trust them? Do you trust most people to be good, or have you been betrayed enough times and seen enough two-faced Janices, bitches, and pricks, twats and pricks, either gender? Two-faced, they're Janices. Stab you in the back for a little bit of praise by evil. They'll join Team Evil for a little bit of praise. Maybe for a little bit of money, they'll sell you out. Are most people good, or are they demonic creatures? Are they zombies that follow the crowd and follow along with evil? What do you think? What do you think? Do you see a lot of decent beings with morals, or do you see a lot of angry, miserable, quick to anger, quick to temper, violent, envious, jealous, angry creatures that are dangerous out there? And on YouTube, all over YouTube, on Team Evil. What do you see? Do you see zombies? Do you see demons? Do you see diamonds? What do you see? Do you see what I see? A star, shining in the night, with a voice as big as the sea. What do you see? Do you see what I see? See, I don't know if you see what I see. I don't expect people. I don't assume that you do, because I think a lot of people are of the mindset that most are good, and they'll point at themselves and say, "I'm good," and then they'll project that onto all of society, all of humanity. I'm good, therefore they must be good. Well, how does that make any sense? It's like, would you do that if you were a king or a queen? I live in a castle, therefore they must all live in castles, peasants. And you look out at your kingdom. No, they're not living in castles. Stop projecting. I'm moral, therefore they must be moral. I care about others, therefore they must. I have compassion. I'm loyal, therefore they must be loyal. No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way in reality with humanity. You're projecting. You have wrong expectations. You have hopium. You're delusional, in a sense. Not as delusional as a Jack Twatcott who believes he's going to end all wars and create world peace, and that he's the second coming of Jesus Christ. Not quite that far, not delusions of grandeur. But it is a form of delusion to believe that all of humanity is like you. It's projection to the point of delusion. They're not like you if you're loyal and you're good and you're moral, and you're not out to just fuck everyone and screw everyone and use them and stab them in the back. They're not all like that. Look at this creepy creature on the screen with the horns. Demonic creature. What if they look like this? Would you start to see easier? Oh, they are demons. They look that way. They don't look nice. They don't look friendly. They're not smiling. They look demonic. Would it be easier to spot them if they look demonic on the outside instead of just being demonic on the inside? Would you ever consider that most humans are demonic and that their behavior reveals it because they support evil? They stand with evil. They defend evil. They defend evil agendas, not just in 2020. Most did. They defended evil and pressured people, and they stood with evil, an evil agenda. Most. Would they have to rob you Would they have to be violent towards you? Would they have to assault you? Would they have to KI double hockey sticks you? Commit capital M with a big M? Would they have to grape soda you and end up in prison for decades for you to see them as evil and not assume, well, that's just a good person? The guy in dreads, he's just a good person. He's nice. He's nice. And what about the mob of creatures out at night? I'm not saying any of this to make you afraid. This is not fear programming. It's just trying to get you to look at things differently with a different mindset and stop assuming, well, everyone's good. They're all decent out there. And there's just a rare few bad apples that are violent and that will betray you and stand with evil. It's just, evil's just a few, right? A few bad apples in the bunch. But is it really? Is it really? Are narcissists and psychopaths really a small minority? Are diamonds really just at the top of the pyramid? The very tippy top? The capstone that's hovering above the rest of the pyramid, separate from the rest? Is that all the evil that there is? Or is there evil right at the very bottom in the sewers, right at the bottom tier of the pyramid? The lowest of the low, drug dealers and ones just out in the street, thugs, gangs. Could they be evil as well? As evil as the billionaires at the top? Perhaps more evil, more violent. Is that even possible? How many in your family have been loyal to you and had your back and protected you when times were tough and helped you out and stood by you and stood against evil to protect you? Maybe even defended your life or saved your life. How many have done that? But how many are demonic creatures out there in the streets? Do you see their faces and how miserable they look quite often? Just regular zombies out there. I'm not saying hashtag all are evil. Hashtag not all. Not all are evil. You can find exceptions. And that's what people are good at doing. They love to look for the exceptions. And they don't want to notice the overwhelming majority, the pattern. They want to pretend that's not real. Are most people good, or are they evil creatures? Do they side with evil? Do they stand with evil? Do they support evil? Do they fund evil with their money? Not just tax dollars, but free, voluntarily on YouTube. Do they pay evil? Do they fund and support evil financially with monetary donations? Do they support evil? Do they stand with them? Do they protect them in words? Do they defend them? Do they attack people who are exposing them? Do they attack ones who are speaking truth and stand with evil, creepy creatures on Team Evil? What do they do? What do you see the majority do? Do you see the majority opposing evil, exposing evil, standing against Team Evil? Or do you see the majority on YouTube standing with evil? What do you see? Are you starting to see? I'm trying to help you. Now, I'm not saying that every neighbor you have is bad. I have some good neighbors. I don't know if they're completely moral beings, but they've been good to me at least for a few years, 3, 4, 5 years. Some cases, 6 years. Some cases, I've known some for 6 years plus, and they've been good. Now, are they totally good beings? I don't know that. I don't know them that well. But do I leave room for exceptions to exist? Am I painting with a broad brush saying everyone's a demon? No, I'm not saying that. I know there's some good beings out there, scattered and smattered here and there. Here and there. One here and one way over there and one where you live. But it's pretty rare. I'm not saying they don't exist. I'm not saying nobody would help you on the side of the road, that everyone's a demon. I'm not saying that. Don't twist my words, which is what evil does. They'll say, he says we're all demons. No, I don't say you all. Not all. But there's a hell of a lot. There's a lot more demons in humanity than people want to admit. Creepy creatures. Creepy creatures that are narcissists, that are abusers, that are borderlines, that are diamonds, that are abusers of women, children, and men, and their siblings, and the elderly. There's elderly abuse. This is rampant. There's a lot of abuse. There's a lot of violence. There's a lot of liars. There's a lot of greedy, envious creatures. There's a lot of disloyal creatures. Backstabbers, two-faced Januses. There's a lot of greedy, money-hungry creatures. Creepy creatures. Hungry for money and fame. They'll do anything for it. They'll sell out completely. They'll sell out what they are for that. That's not rare. That happens all the time. So what is this place? Where are we? What is this place? Well, maybe you're in a hell realm. Maybe you're in a hell realm. Maybe you should consider what I've been saying about this place and how I've exposed it, described it, shown it, made videos on topics, showing this, showing that, showing this, showing that. I don't just say it's a hell realm and provide no evidence. Watch my videos. Watch my Esoterica series. Watch my Team Evil series. Watch my God's Plan series. Watch my standalone individual videos going back for years. I show you what this place is with observable truth. All of this is observable if you pay attention and you do the work and you're willing to look and see. You're willing to look with honest spiritual eyes and an open mind. You're in a demonic realm. There are demons. What about all the women that abort babies? What about that? Are they good? They have 2, 3, 4, 5 abortions. How are they good? And you'll say, well, they're nice to me. Well, what were they nice to the babies in the womb? The innocent, pure, defenseless babies? Were they nice to them when they hired a doctor and signed paperwork, legal documents, to have them torn to shreds? Maybe you're not in a good realm. Maybe you're not surrounded by good beings. Maybe you should start to ponder and contemplate this and face it. Start to face what this reality is. Start to really face it and say, you know what? He might have a point or 2 or 10 or 20 or 33 or 333 or 999 points. This King Stephen guy is making sense. Even if demons on Team Evil vilify him and try to smear him and insult him and try to tell people, stay away from that channel, stay away from him, maybe he's making sense. Maybe what he says on his channel matches up with observable reality in this realm. Maybe King Stephen is trying to help us by exposing this and showing us this so that we can protect ourselves spiritually, so that we can armor ourselves and deal with it and not be harmed by these creatures and not be turned into them, which is what they want to do to you. See the screen? They want to turn you into that. That's what they want. They want you to be zombie demonic creatures. Zombified! Creepy creatures following the crowd like zombies. That's what they want for you. That's what they want for you. Mindless zombies that follow the crowd. And when the crowd or the mob is doing evil, they want you to follow along. When they say you're not free to do this, they want you to follow along. They want to control you. Evil demons want to control you. They want to control your speech, your laughter, what you can eat and cannot eat, what you can do, what you have to put on your face, what you have to jabba-dabba-do into your arms. They want to control you in every sense of the word. They want to control your spirit. They want to break your spirit and control you. I'm just warning you. You're in a demonic realm. I don't want you to live in fear. But I want it to sink in, and I have to provoke you somehow to get it to sink in through layers and lifetimes, in some cases, of programming. Lifetimes. Some of you might have been here 3 lifetimes. 13, 33, 66, 88, 77, 777, 6 million lifetimes. I don't know. 911 lifetimes. I don't know how many times you've been here, but some of you have been here before. All right? So I am trying to break through. But the message here is not live in fear, be fearful, be afraid, be paranoid. No. Observe. That doesn't mean you have to get scared or live in fear. Be Viking strong. Get to the point of saying, okay, this place is that way, but it is not going to change me. It's not going to make me demonic. It's not going to make me paranoid. It's not going to make me evil. It's not going to make me fearful and anxious and fearful and living in anxiety and worry and fear every day. It's not going to do that to me. They're not going to win. This demonic realm full of evil demons and zombies are not going to win. They won't change me into what they are because I am stronger than that, is my message. That's my overarching message that is strewn throughout all of my work. All of it. Artwork, videos, what I type, what I write on here, live streams. I want warriors. I want you to be Viking strong. I don't want this place to win. I don't want this place to destroy you, degrade you, turn you demonic, turn you into zombies. I don't want that for you. I want to help protect you. I want you to be able to protect yourself. I want you to become strong so that they can't hurt you, so that they can't change you, so that demons can't have influence over you, so that they can't destroy you, even if they destroy this realm, even if it becomes a complete hell realm and apocalyptic and riots and cities on fire and just every destruction. Armageddon. Dystopian. If it becomes shit, a shithole beyond shitholes, if it's just devastation. I don't want this place to win. I don't want them to win against you. I don't want them to win. I don't want the zombies to win. All right? I don't want them to change you and turn you into what they are, these disgusting, creepy creatures. I hope you understand, and I hope that this has helped you. Mad love and strength to all good spirits. I want you to be Viking strong. Choose wisely. Choose freedom. Choose wisely. Choose freedom. Be Viking strong. Oppose evil. Stand against evil. Don't defend evil. Don't stand with them. Don't join them. Stand against evil. Thanks for watching.